Hello students, today we are going to study the second part of the story, The Rat Trap Seller from our book Flamingo. Till now we have studied that a vagabond who is a rat trap seller went to a crofter's house. From there he steals 30 kroners and went into a forest to hide himself, but later on he got confused and was lost all his hope of his survival. But he heard a sound which was coming from Ramosji iron mill. He went there, got a permission to spend the night there, but the iron master came there and he got to know that this rat trap seller is Nils Olf. He was mistaken, but the rat trap seller even did not tell him that he was not the person he was thinking of, and Iron Master invited him to his house. Now we'll see what happened after that. The rat trap seller didn't find it to be a good idea to visit the Iron Master's place. He was frightened with the idea of visiting to the large house of an old soldier, which according to him was not safe. After all, he had the stolen money with him. He didn't want to put himself in danger. His intentions were to sleep in the forest and then go away from there without even being noticed. नाउ रेड ट्रैप सेलर को लगता है कि आयरन मास्टर के घर पे जाना एक अच्छा आइडिया नहीं है, क्योंकि उसके पास पैसे हैं और वो अगर उसके यहाँ जाता है तो ये काफ़ी खतरनाक हो सकता है, और उसका इंटेंशन सिर्फ है कि वो यहाँ पे सोएगा और अगले दिन यहाँ से चुपचाप चला जाएगा. The Iron Master was aware of his friend's miserable condition, so he tried to make him comfortable by saying that he should feel free to come his home, as his home was an ordinary one. He told him that his wife was no more and added that he must be aware of this. Then he let him know that both his sons were settled abroad. Only he and his daughter were left at home. He invited him to celebrate Christmas with his family, so that he and his daughter may have some good company at the Christmas feast. Though the Iron Master made many attempts to invite him, the peddler did not accept his invitation. So at last he says to the blacksmith, said Gemstrom, that it seemed that Captain Volstell wanted to stay with him in the forge. Then he laughed and went away, but the blacksmith knew that he was hiding something. After a gap of half an hour, the Iron Master sent his daughter. He hoped that his daughter may bring his friend home, as he believed that she was better in persuading others. Now आधे घंटे बाद आयरन मास्टर की बेटी आती है और आयरन मास्टर को ऐसा लगता है कि वो मनाने में ज़्यादा बेटर है as compared to Iron Master. The Iron Master's daughter entered the mill with her attendant, who was carrying a big fur coat. She was a humble girl who was very shy. When she entered, everyone was busy the same way as they had been earlier. The blacksmith was still sitting on the bench with his trainees and was working on the iron. She went up to the peddler and lifted his hat. The peddler slept with one eye open, and as soon as he saw her, he got shocked and jumped up. She introduced herself as Edla Williamson and was sorry to hear about the hard times that he was facing. She explained to him that she had come to take him home with her father's permission. Edla had sympathy for the peddler, but then she noticed that the reason behind his fear could be that either he had committed robbery or jailbreak. So she said that he was free to leave their house at any time, but she wanted him to stay with the family just for Christmas Eve. एडला ये नोटिस कर लेती है कि ये आदमी या तो चोरी करके आया है या तो जेल से भागा हुआ है. दैट्स वाई ही इज सो फियर्ड. सो वो उसको कहती है कि वो उसके घर से कभी भी जा सकता है. वो सिर्फ ये चाहती है कि वो आज उसके साथ, उसकी फैमिली के साथ क्रिसमस ईव पे रुके, बाकी वो अपनी मर्जी से फिर जा सकता है. एडला वॉज talking to peddler in a very nice way which made him believe her, and he got ready to go with her. The peddler wore the fur coat offered by the valet and started following the lady. He didn't even bother to notice the other people in the room. On the way to the house, the peddler felt that as he had committed a crime, he would be punished for it. He started cursing himself that if he had not stolen the money, he would not have got trapped like this. The money was a bet which had led him into a trap. Now वो अपने आप को कोसता है कि उसने वो पैसे क्यों चुराए. वो एक क्या था, बेट था, और वो एक ट्रैप में फंस गया है. The next day was Christmas Eve. Both the errand master and his daughter were at the dining table. The errand master to his daughter that they had to do something good for the peddler and should try to find out some better job for him. The errand master's daughter said that it was strange to see that the peddler had been in such hard times and was doubtful whether the man had been educated. Hearing this, the errand master clarified that it was due to his bad condition. He also added that the man would behave differently after getting clean and dressed up. While both father and daughter were discussing about the peddler, he entered the room with the valet. He was looking clean as he had bathed and his hair had been cut by the valet. He was wearing the errand master's clothes and shoes, a shirt with a stretched collar and shoes which covered the entire feet. The errand master seemed very angry to see his well-groomed guest, as now he could make out his appearance well and realized that he was not his comrade. Now जबकि वो सेविंग कर लिया है और नहा लिया है, सो एरन मास्टर उसको पहचान जाता है कि वो उसका साथी नहीं है. He understood that he mistook some stranger as his old friend. He screamed at him and asked him to explain. The peddler knew that the errand master could make out that he was not his old friend. As he already knew this, he was ready for the consequence and felt that the luxurious treatment was about to end. The peddler tried to explain that he should not be blamed. He said that he was just begging for a stay in the force. He also said that he had not harmed anyone and was ready to bear his rags again. To this, the errand master hesitated and said that the peddler had not been quite honest, and so he wanted to call the sheriff. The rat trap seller gets so enraged upon hearing about the sheriff that he struck the table very hard with his fist. He said that this world is a rat trap and all the good things are a bet, just like the rinds of cheese and the small pieces of pork are a bet for the rat which are offered to trap it. Not only this, he also pointed out to the errand master that he may today be imprisoned by the sheriff, but one day the errand master will also get trapped like this. The errand master did not like the peddler's word. and decided not to call the sheriff. He asked the peddler to leave at once. The errand master's daughter stopped the peddler. She wanted to help the poor fellow. Since morning she was planning now how she could make the peddler's day happy on the occasion of Christmas. Therefore she went against her father's will and stopped him by closing the door. She tried to explain the difficulties faced by the peddler. She said that he did not have any house. He was turned out from wherever he went, and he always kept on running in order to safeguard himself from being arrested. She said that she wanted him to enjoy Christmas with peace as they had promised him. They should not send away a man on Christmas. The errand master was not able to find an answer to go against his daughter. The only thing he could say to his daughter was that she was trying good at convincing others, better than the priest at the church. But he also warned her that hopefully her decision would not bring any adverse effect on them. The girl took the peddler to the table and offered him food. She saw that her father had consented to her wish. The peddler didn't say any word and started eating, though he was doubtful about her intentions and was wondering why she stopped him. The peddler went to sleep after having food. He did not cause harm to anyone and lay down on the sofa in the guest house. He was once woken up in the afternoon after having his lunch. He again went to sleep. It was like as if he had never got the chance to sleep so peacefully as he had got at this place. In the evening, the family woke him as they had to light up the Christmas tree. He stood there blinking as if he was getting hurt by the bright light of the candles. He again went to sleep. Finally, they called him again for the dinner of Christmas, feast and porridge. After the dinner was over, the peddler thanked everyone present. The errand master's daughter said that the clothes which were given to him were a Christmas present from her father, so he could carry them with him. She even invited the peddler to be with her family for the next Christmas Eve and promised that nothing bad would happen to him. The peddler did not have an answer for this and stared at the girl with wonder. Next day, both errand master and his daughter went for the Christmas service early in the morning. They didn't disturb their guest as he was asleep. Both errand master and his daughter had come to know that a rat trap seller had stolen money from the old crofter. They realized that he was the same man who they had over a guest. The errand master said that it was his daughter who insisted to give shelter to a thief and was wondering that how many silver spoons had been stolen by him. Now चर्च में इनको जाके पता चलता है कि क्रॉफ्टर का जो पैसा है वो किसी रैट ट्रैप सेलर ने चुराया है. सो दे कम टू नो कि ये रैट ट्रैप सेलर वही है जिसे एरन मास्टर और उसकी डॉटर ने उसे अपने घर पे एज अ गेस्ट रखा हुआ है. सो एरन मास्टर काफ़ी चिंतित है कि उसके घर में अब कितने सिल्वर स्पून्स बचे होंगे और उसने कितने चोरी कर लिए होंगे. The errand master on reaching home inquired about the peddler from the valet. He also told him that he was a thief. To his surprise, the valet told him that the peddler, instead of taking something, had left a small Christmas gift for Miss Williamson. Now valet जो है, जो नौकर है, वो बताता है कि वो कुछ भी लेके नहीं गया है. इंस्टेड उसने मिस विलियमसन के लिए कुछ क्रिसमस गिफ्ट छोड़ के गया है. The ironmaster's daughter opened the gift. It was so roughly packed that he could easily guess what was inside the pack. Apart from a rat trap and 3 corner notes, there was a letter. The peddler had thanked his host who had taken care of him as if he was a real captain. In return, he gifted her a rat trap and also requested her to return the stolen money to the old man. He said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap by raising his status from that of a mere peddler to that of a captain. At last, he undersigned as Captain Von Still. So here we come to the end of this story. Thank you.